Time magazine has released its annual Top 100 Most Influential People. The list for 2020 covers a wide range of names from all careers and walks of life.
Time magazine has released a list of their most influential people in the world for the year 2020. And while some of the people on the list are exactly who you would expect, there are a few that did break expectations. One of which is the singer, fashionista, and social media star Jojo Siwa. Yes, she did indeed make the list, and she even got praise from Kim Kardashian for being that influential. But for those who aren't that familiar with her, you almost have to ask, how did she make the list? Allow us to show you 7 reasons why Jojo Siwa is one of the most influential people of 2020. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
But before that, a simpler reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice, so be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple.
Number 7. Making the list. Before we dive into all the reasons why Jojo Siwa honestly is influential, let's look at her making the list itself. This was a big deal, as not just anyone gets onto this list. You have to be making a mark in an industry in a big way to make the list. So that shows Jojo Siwa is worthy because Time magazine takes this list seriously. And it's not just Time magazine that appreciates her, Kim Kardashian does as well. In fact, she wrote the foreword for Jojo's introduction onto the list. Kardashian called Siwa a ray of sunshine in a world that seems scary right now. Kardashian, who even brought daughter North to meet Siwa and hang out with her at her home, wrote, "There's no one more positive than Jojo. You just can't help but smile when you see her rainbow ponytail. She's a great role model for children, and her optimism is more necessary now than ever." High praise indeed. And when Jojo Siwa herself found out she made the list, she was, needless to say, happy. She made the following post on Instagram. "I don't know where to even begin. I made Time Top 100 list of the most influential people of 2020. That is seriously so unreal to me. I'm so thankful every single day that I get to do what I love and that I get to inspire millions of people across the world. Out of all the incredible and insane things I've achieved in just my 17 years on this earth, I think this is the biggest honor I have ever received. Thank you to everyone who has ever supported me in any which way, backstage, helping me behind the scenes, or in the audience cheering me on. I seriously want to thank you so much for letting me live out my dream. There are so many people that have inspired me along the way. To tag a few, Freddie Mercury, Lady Gaga, Gwen Stefani, Meghan Trainor, Miley Cyrus, Nick Cannon, Kim Kardashian. I can't even begin to tell you how much I love and respect Kim and her whole family. She has always been there for me and is always the nicest human ever. Jessalyn Siwa, It's Tom Siwa, Jaden Siwa, and last but definitely not least, the kids of the world. Some teenagers and some too young to even read this post, the kids of today are why I love doing what I do. I promise to always be a good leader for the kids. I want them to grow up and make the world the most magical place ever, a place filled with love and happiness. I love you all so much. Thank you." So yeah, smiles all around for those who are fans of Jojo and for Jojo herself. But still, you have to ask, why did she make the list? Number 6, a star for the kids. No matter what generation you grew up in, there was always someone you looked up to when you were young, regardless of whether it was an adult, a teen, or a kid like yourself. Right now, Jojo Siwa really is the star that many kids follow for one reason or another, and their parents are more than happy to let them follow her stuff for one reason or another. Jojo is never ashamed to be herself, which can be really hard to do in this industry, especially when you're so young, Kardashian said in her profile of the teen influencer. "I can't imagine what it's like to live this life at age 17. Jojo embraces it, and I hope she always will." And that's true. Jojo is a bright spot, which is part of the reason she's so popular. She shines above other role models, even ones on channels like Disney, where you expect them to be perfect. Jojo Siwa rises above, and that makes her Number 5, a role model. Tying into what we just talked about, especially in the world we live in right now, we need people to look up to in the best ways possible, where we say, I want to be like them because they're truly great. Jojo Siwa is that for a lot of young kids and teens, especially girls. And not just because she's talented and fashionable, which we'll get to, but because she honestly comes off as pure and honest. Yes, she is trained in certain regards because she has to do interviews, and obviously she didn't have that kind of experience beforehand. But when you talk to her or experience her, you see she's the real deal. A great example is when she was on the Jimmy Fallon Late Night Show, and she went all out by doing the various dances that Jimmy put in front of her with 100% energy and a bright smile on her face. She doesn't hold back. She's all real and all fun. Parents know that. They wouldn't let their kids be inspired by her if she was fake or if there was some deep scandal with her that would paint her in a different light. She's honestly a good teen and someone they can safely show to their kids without fear of backlash. That says something, especially in today's world, and JoJo knows that. The kids of today are why I love doing what I do. I promise to always be a good leader for the kids. Number 4, fashion guru. If we want to look beyond the subjective of how nice she is and how pure she is, let's look at her from the business standpoint. Because of her brand, which is rather large, Jojo Siwa's name carries weight. Not unlike a star athlete or a major actor or actress. They put their name on various businesses or products that they think will really work or will make them a lot of money. For JoJo, she puts her name on things like clothes and makeup. To that end, she honestly makes a ton of money for herself and Nickelodeon, who owns her contract, because her products sell like hotcakes. Why? Because if you see Jojo Siwa on the cover art of something, you almost expect it to be good or something that JoJo herself wears. Speaking of what JoJo wears, let's not forget about her bows. Her trademark bow is one of the biggest things that people recognize about JoJo, and she sold tons of these bows, which originally were handmade by her mother, but then became something much more stylized and custom. What she wears and how she wears it is as influential as anything Kim Kardashian or Kylie Jenner wears or does for their own fan bases. When you're basically selling millions of bows at the drop of a hat, you're doing something right. Number 3, her concerts. While fashion may be one of her strong points, that's not her only talent. Jojo Siwa is an accomplished singer, and not only has some really big hit songs on YouTube, but her concerts honestly sell out, which is obviously something that proves her influence in that everyone of a certain age group wants to go and see her. Now, obviously that hasn't been able to happen because of the pandemic, but if anything, this will make sure her shows are even more sold out because kids will be dying to go and see her again. Number 2, her social media. So how does Jojo Siwa stay influential if she can't appeal to kids on stage? Why, by going to social media, of course. Just on her Instagram, where she posts a lot, she has about 10 million followers, and that says nothing of her vlogs, YouTube page, Twitter, etc. She is always posting positive and fun pictures for her fan base, and especially right now with everyone being locked inside, this is something that kids react to and thus connects them even further to Jojo Siwa. Number 1, influencer. At this point, we hope it's clear why Jojo Siwa is a top influencer in the world today. She's a true kids role model that has her hands in various media, and that allows her to reach all sorts of kids and teens. She's fun to watch, has a great voice, is exuding positivity, and more. It's easy to forget about influencers like Jojo Siwa because we think about the more adult role models. But you can't ignore people like her because they're changing the world in their own way. So, what did you think? What did you think of this look at the various reasons why Jojo Siwa is one of the most influential people in the world as of this year? Do you agree with our assessments in regards to her influence over young kids and teens? Do you think she should have been on the list at all? What are your personal thoughts on Jojo Siwa? Let us know in the comments below, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.
But before that, a simpler reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice, so be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple.